Hello, friends. Just jet out of I might have to not use the cute little screen for my videos today, just because a lot of them are from TikTok. Well, like a lot. Pretty much all of them. But yeah. So, I had to stop watching the show because it's making me kind of sad, and I just decided what better thing to do to cheer me up than to make a little stream filled with nothing but cute things. The cutest of cute things. I have babies. I have cats. I have a dog riding a lawnmower. Yes, you heard me right. There's a dog on a lawnmower, because that's a thing now. So it's a black screen right now. I know, but that's okay, because I am going to try to get this working, which it is not for some reason. Well, it will not capture my pot player, which is really annoying to happen while I'm trying to fucking stream, but it's okay. Oh my god, there we go. No, shh, Ella, it's not struck me now. Yeah, that's just the cover photo for the music I use. Stop! Oh my god. Okay. It's not there. It wasn't letting me put it down. It's like, nah, fuck you. We're just gonna be like that. Okay. Let's listen. Let's listen to the cat song. The kitty cat song. Oh, and I guess the slaves of the cat help too. But mostly the cat.
Hit it. I'm singing late night in the windowsill. If the lightning don't get you, then the Thundercats will. Didn't break that vase, now you gotta be kidding me. Getting my human stew, do my bidding, see? I got perfection running through my bloodstream. I'll take a drink now, not that light stuff, heavy cream. I eat my lasagna at my midnight soiree, living my life like every day was Saturday. I'm treating the dog like my personal doormat, like the song says, everybody wants to be a cat. It's just so delightful being me. Anyhow, I need my fancy feast, and I need it right meow.
That cat's kind of got really viral lately. I've seen it pop up in various parts of the internet, but on TikTok this cat has had so many remixes done with meowing. Great vocals for a cat. Probably didn't expect for their cat to go viral though, the owners, cause but again, this is the internet. Cats tend to go far, because no matter how many years it has been, cats seem to always rule the internet. Let's stop hiccuping. Let's move on to a dog that decided to make fun of the fact that its owner has an injured foot. Oh, and it was imitating the owner, because the owner could only really make their way around the house on one foot. So I guess the dog thought it would be pretty funny to openly mock her owner, which you will see here in a second. I think it's funny how Doggo just kind of went and locked itself in the cage. Hello, hello, AP, my favoriteest human in the world, the only person that I want to cuddle with for the rest of my life. Also, hello, Fletch, and hello, Chuck. So, doggos make fun of people, cats can sing, and cats can also show up on your camera doorbell thing and meow until you let them in. Maybe they want to talk to you about extending your warranty for your car. Maybe they just really want food. The world may never know, but we will watch the cats on the doorbell. Just know that if you ever see a cat through your doorbell camera, you should probably let it in. It might be bad luck to not let it in. Hello, Cybertaz, by the way. I'm going to start this video now. Look at the kitty! Look how cute it was. It was like showing its little tiny face into the doorbell camera. Little nose. Purring like crazy. Don't know where the heck it was to be able to do that. But it seemed pretty content. Who knows if that cat's a stray? I hope it's not. But also, cats really shouldn't be just allowed to wander outside. But also, I'm happy that that cat was outside to be able to do that, because then we wouldn't have a cute video. I hate my life. Next video. I said I had babies. I do. I don't have my own baby, but I have videos of babies. And there's one baby who just thought it was a fantastical time with his dad, a very wholesome video. And it was literally just like the most basic thing that the baby found funny. But it was so cute. Okay, baby video. Aren't those baby laughs just like serotonin? Like, don't they just make your brain feel happy? Or is that just a woman thing? I don't know. It just brought me so much joy to see the little tiny chubby little baby just be so into the blocks falling. That was it. It was just the dad dropping the blocks, and the baby thought that was hilarious. And you know what? That is just pure innocence. Like, you didn't even need to do much. And the baby's just like, I'm enjoying my life. This is great. Now, imagine being outside on a beautiful morning and a dog drives by you on a lawnmower. It was just chilling on the lawnmower while this dude works in his on his tree. I don't know. He working on something. I'm pretty sure he's just like tidying up around the tree, and his dog just chilling on his little riding lawnmower, cause it's just a normal thing to do. You know, putting your dog on a lawnmower. Um, Probably a cheaper option if you want your grass cut. It might not be done well, but it'll get done. And not everybody would be able to say that they got their lawn mowed by a dog. Not sure about the contact information, but probably could get that. Could hire that dog. Um, Probably won't even accept cash. You just give the dog some dog treats and you'll be set. But or the better option is probably just to get your grass cut by baby goats. AP, if you're still here, I would like a pet baby goat. Maybe a farm of baby goats. Would never have to worry about lawn care again. Just have the baby goats go and like chomp 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 on the lawn. It'd be great. Now AP sent me this next one. Just multiple cute things all in one video. And I love that. I love having multiple cute things all in one video. I think it's great. But apparently it doesn't want to open. So that's okay. Okay, so things aren't working out. The pot player is not wanting to play. The links. It won't. I like. You can enter YouTube links and such into pot player. Pot player is like, nah, I'm not going to play the link because AP sent me a video and there were so many cute things in the said video, and now it just doesn't want to play, and that makes me sad because it was very cute. So, kind of annoying. Kind of really annoying. It doesn't want to play. It just doesn't want to play. So we can chat. We can chat for a little while. While I figure out what the fuck is happening. Because pot player is kind of being dumb, and I don't love that. So tell me, how are your mornings going? It is very early here. I'm still not feeling 100% because I got the second jab. But I do know those are the cute little deer-like creatures that you have sent me, P-Fletch. Very adorable. Oh my gosh, it's ridiculously an exhausting morning. If you have any shorter videos, feel free to send them my way because I can play them. Maybe. If YouTube wants to stop being dumb, and if pot player wants to stop being dumb. Because I tried to click on the link Fletch sent me from YouTube Creator Studio itself, and it just kept taking me back to the Creator Studio. It doesn't quite work like that. Oh, I'm sorry, that was loud. Is the resolution of the video fine, by the way? Because YouTube is telling me it's not. Oh, it's so warm. Doopy-doopy. I guess I should be talking while I'm trying to get this to work, huh? I feel like I'm bad at this. I'll get better. I will get better. It's difficult. Alright. It's YouTube links are not going to work today. So I'm going to tell you, not really cute or wholesome. Apparently though, this is just a little, I guess, story. A news story-ish. That no news stations are covering, but I'll cover it. A woman on TikTok has been doxxed. And you might be like, so what, Leaf? A lot of people get doxxed. It's just a thing that happens now. And you would be correct. Yeah. But the thing about this one is, she got doxxed for not being funny. You heard me right. She got doxxed for not being funny. It's a mother she has children, and people on the TikTok decided to dox her during her live stream, and during her live stream, one of those weirdos actually showed up at her house. A lot of people say there's something wrong with her and she needs help. I did watch her content. she's not fun. She's not funny. Like, I don't like her content, like, at all. It's weird to me. I don't enjoy her content, like, at all. So they're right, she is not funny, but you shouldn't, that's just a stupid reason to dox someone. Like, most reasons are. But, like, the fuck, like, not being funny is one of them. Videos were fucking terrible. Just, they were, like, they were bad enough that I would send them to AP for his cringe talk segment on his show. That is how unfunny they are. I won't lie about that, but people are wishing death upon this woman. And, like, again, she got doxxed. She just moved into a new house, too, so someone saw her while she was moving and leaked her address. It's just creepy. That's, like, really creepy. People are creepy. TikTok finding out about doxing, though, isn't ideal. It actually happens a lot. Like, doxing seems to jump from platform to platform. It went from Facebook to YouTube a few years later, and now a few years after that, it's gone to TikTok. I've had a woman threaten to dox me multiple times. She insisted I was a child. Said, you are a kid. And I was like, no, I'm not a kid. And she's like, yeah, you are. And get this. She said she called my parents. She's like, I've gotten in contact with your parents. I'm just sitting here like, well, that's impossible. And I'm honestly dying of laughter at that point. So it's a very common thing on TikTok. But even if I was a kid, like, say I was, why the fuck are adults hunting down the personal information of people they believe to be kids? Like, if she's insisting that I am underage, which I'm not, obviously, why would she be so desperate to find my personal information? That's weird. Like, adults need to just stop. Like, what is it with adults on TikTok and wanting to it wasn't just me. Like, kids, like, legitimately get doxxed a lot on TikTok by adults, not by other kids. Like, adults are the one doing it. It's just bizarre. It's really weird to me that adults are doing this. I'm trying desperately to find another cute video, but my stream is going ballistic, and my internet is being really, really shitty in general right now. So I do apologize. TikTok is a cesspool. Like, you'll either be like me and you'll get a lot of, like, art and dancing and, like, music and cute things in your feed, or you'll get adults doxing children and furries and littles and oh, it's horrible. So, speaking of littles, not very cute or wholesome. I know this is a company that is basically they sell clothing for littles, adults that act like toddlers. Yeah, they do that. They God, to promote their brand, they hired I'll use, and I use this term very loosely. They hired a model to to you know, show off their, I don't want to call it clothing. It's really gross. Like, all this is pretty gross. But anyway, they use this model, and it just so happens that this model is a literal child groomer. I'm not joking. I find it kind of ironic. Yeah. I just, people told the company too that this person was a, you know, a groomer. And they're just like, nah, we're just gonna delete your comments. So, I have found another video. It's a dog. It looks like, I think that's a Doberman, but I could be wrong. Anyway, it's a dog. Dogs are cute. And I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna go to the other screen. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And we'll see what this one is, because I actually haven't watched the full video yet. Well, apparently dogs have really good hearing and just instantly know when you're going to get a treat out. Although, they both do deserve treats. I think only one doggo getting a treat is wrong. Both doggos should get the treat. Both of them. I want a dog. I can't wait until I move in with AP, because then I get a dog. And another cat. And then my cat. Oh, that's gonna be a rowdy place to live. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I have another video coming up, I promise. I try to find as many videos as I can before I start. But like eventually you get bored of like trying to find the videos on one website, and YouTube doesn't want to work with Popplayer right now, unfortunately, and my internet connection is horrendous. I can't wait until I get a desktop. Ginger is a good girl, AP. Ginger is adorable. She just wants to be close to you. She's just a very loyal little pup. And I love her. And I'm going to be her friend. Her close friend. I'm gonna teach her special tricks. I'm gonna teach Ginger how to dance. It'll be fine. It'll be A-okay. I'm curious though if she will be able to get along with my kitty cat, because my cat does not like dogs, like at all. She was around an Australian Shepherd for like a good length of time, and the Aussies are very high energy dogs. Not recommended to get one as like your first pet. Yeah, no. Like really a hyper dog. Very hard and honestly exhausting to deal with, because it wasn't even my dog, but it would be me or another family member doing most of the work. It was exhausting. Like, just never ending amount of energy. It was just constant. So I'm hoping Ginger's not like just an energizer bunny dog, and that my cat can deal. She chews your shoes out of love. Also, I can't actually get more videos right now because of how horrendous my internet connection is. But let's go back to this screen. And yeah, I need help doing OBS stuff better, but I'll do it. I'm just gonna talk to chat now because that's way more interesting. Ginger will learn how. It will be fine if Ginger will learn how to dance, and maybe she'll stop chewing pot holders. I love Ginger. She's my friend. Yeah, she just can't bully my cat too much when I go over there, because my cat would probably like be very mean to Ginger if that was the case. She never got used to the Australian Shepherd she lived with. But then again, he would always chase her and bark at her, and was so hyper. Like, couldn't just be like chill and let the cat come to him. Was always like jumping at her, barking in her face, barking in her ears, and she would just. I would be holding her sometimes, and she'd just growl. My cat would just growl at the dog. Talking for a cookie. I want to see Ledge. I want to see your dog. Talking for a cookie. I can't. YouTube took away the ability to go to people's channels directly from chat, which is stupid. Like, you used to be able to click on someone's name and immediately get taken, and you could like click on go to channel. They got rid of that for some reason. Hello, Tennessee Marine. How are you doing this morning? It's almost 9 a.m. Wait, is that when Daywave comes on? Is it a Saturday? It is a Saturday. Okay, never mind. I've been a little bit sick, so I have lost track of the days. I have lost track of the days. Yesterday I guess I was really out of it. I fell asleep during Nightwave. I know. I saw you say earlier in chat that your pupper had passed away. I'm very sorry. Poor doggo. I feel very sad. Like, I feel very sad when animals die. Like, I won't even know the animal, but I will still feel very sad, and I don't know why. It's just depressing. It was like, I don't know. Even like, it just in general, even like on shows, if a kid dies or an animal dies, I feel sad. Sometimes I cry because I don't know, it just like makes me sad. You know. But in other news, I am finally able to not reject water or other liquids from my body. So that means I won't need to go to any hospitals and have like an IV shoved into my arm to keep me hydrated. Just had to start taking small sips of Pedialyte, which, by the way, is disgusting. Like, Pedialyte does not taste good. Like, they can give you all these different flavors, but it doesn't taste good at all. And it took a bit to even find the stupid stuff. But I'm like, man, I really need to be able to hold something down. Food is depressing. I was very, very hungry yesterday. So I thought, you know what? I really want tacos. Like, so bad. So I got some tacos from Taco Bell. Because I'm like, you know what? Their tacos are relatively small. They're not super spicy. To me, they're kind of bland. But I know how to fix that. I just like add my own seasoning if I want. Man, my body like immediately, rejected the Taco Bell. Like it was just like, you want tacos? No, you cannot have the tacos. So my body just did not enjoy that. I don't know if it's just Taco Bell in Canada, because I've heard great things about the Taco Bells in America. But here, they are really bland. They're bland tacos. I've had like tacos that are like authentic Mexican tacos, not like this Americanized tacos, but like authentic tacos. So much more flavor. Not my favorite type of tacos. I do like Americanized tacos. But Taco Bell does not season the meats. Apparently. Like, oh my god. I could be just like a snob when it comes to food or something, because like I do know people who like Taco Bell, but to me, so bland. But I don't know. I really wanted tacos, and I was quite honestly just I couldn't physically make my own. I was a little bit dizzy, so I'm like, I'll just order from Taco Bell. Taco Bell's pretty cheap, won't cost a lot. So, kind of a waste of money since I did reject it, but also process that food. It still was nice to be able to chew something and for like a temporary amount of time, because I did add my own seasoning and it tasted better. But yeah, no. Do not recommend never getting from Taco Bell again. That was a mistake. I thought maybe I'm just like remembering wrong. Maybe when I was a kid, I just was picky. No, I was right. And doggo, pea fudge. I'm watching your video now. I can't pull it up on screen because Pot Player is just being stupid, and YouTube just doesn't want me to be able to pull links up. Doggo. Aww, Bandit was adorable, Peepatch. I'm so sorry that you lost your pupper. The Aussie Shepherd that belongs to a family member of mine knows how to sit, lay down, shake a paw, roll over, play dead, and dance. He dances. It's very cute. He doesn't like rolling over on hardwood floors though. Like, it's very specific. On a carpet, he'll roll over. On a bed, he'll roll over. On the grass, he'll roll over. Hardwood floors just does not want to do it. It's kind of funny. Also, I had scars on my arm for a little bit. Loves wrestling. Does not like losing, but loves wrestling. So I will wrestle with the dog. Well, I'll use my hand and kind of like push him around gently, and like he thinks it's a game. but then he starts getting too rough. It's like a child. Children often just go too far with things. He goes too far with things to the point where it's not fun anymore. Kids do the same thing, like dramatic play. So I'm a child care assistant, and often children children will want you to play their dramatic play games with them. But they have so many stupid rules, like I want to be this character. No, you can't be that character. But why? Because I'm that character. But you were a different character. No, I'm that character now. Like, okay, child. Okay, I'll go with it. I'll just play the game how you want me to play. But then they don't, I don't know. I find it more interesting when they're doing it on their own and they don't involve you in dramatic play. Because, like, it'll be like an imaginary superhero fight, and suddenly the character that couldn't fly before can now fly away from you, or is now unable to die, or whatever. Just like, they just throw in rules as they go, and it's kind of funny. But man, I could talk about some of the experiences I've had as a child care assistant. I've had children insist that I needed to stay at the center for the entire weekend, and that I was not allowed to go home. I wasn't allowed to leave. That I had to stay there and sleep there. I've convinced an entire room of kinders that all the staff do in fact sleep at the school or daycare. We never go home, and that we had a TV hidden in the walls behind the whiteboard in the kinder room, and they just I feel kind of bad because they just like ate it up. They're like, really? Can you show us the TV? I'm like, no, I can't. They're like, why? I was like, it's only for the staff. They're like, but you have to show us the TV. You want to see the TV? I convinced them. I also convinced them that we had a ghost in the walkie-talkies, because they were like, why do they always make random sounds? I was like, oh, there's a ghost in our walkie-talkies. Their walkie-talkies are haunted. They're like, really? Another coworker would like move the baby doll around the kinder room. It would just be in different places every day. And for a while, the kinders thought that the baby doll was moving on its own when they weren't looking, like something out of Toy Story. I miss the kinders. I miss the kids, like, in general. Now that I think about it, like, it can be stressful. Don't get me wrong. Childcare can be incredibly stressful. But I miss the kids. They were hilarious. You ever have a fucking 5-year-old come up to you and be like, I'm almost taller than you, and then pet your head? 'Cause I have. But to be fair, some of the kinders the past year, like, I thought these 5-year-olds were at least not in kindergarten. So when I found out they were kinders, it kind of threw me off a little bit, because they were, I don't even know what these children were eating, but they were tall for kindergartners. They're going into grade 1 now. It's kind of wholesome. Kind of nice to see them grow. Like, I don't know. It's just, they change. And it's kind of sad, but it's kind of cool too. Cause like, you watch them and they were like, it's almost like they were still like babies, but now they're like taking that next step in life, and they're moving up in the world, and they're learning more, and they've matured. One of the kinders, though, never really acted like a kinder to begin with. Very well spoken, very mature for their age. Understood things and talked about things most 5-year-olds don't talk about. one time I was playing a game with them, cops and robbers, and I was the bad guy, because I was always the bad guy. So they were arresting me and taking me to jail. And I was like playing along. I was like, oh no, like, what am I being arrested for? And this 5-year-old, with the straightest face ever, looked me dead in the eyes and was like, drugs. I'm like, you're 5. You're 5. And now, did not grow up in a bad home environment. One of the parents of this child just works with police officers, so it would make sense that she had a decent understanding about something like drugs. Though I personally, I would want a 5-year-old to be a little bit innocent for a longer and not really know much about drugs. It was kind of depressing to see that she could pick out when someone was on drugs. She talked about how there would be people like on drugs dancing in front of the parents' car. So was able to pick up on that. It's kind of depressing. But you know, kids, and it's been an experience though, working with children. Definitely makes me question if I want to be a mother on most occasions. On other occasions, I do want my own child. And I know that a lot of people say it's different. Like, it's different when it's your own kid versus other people's children, and I get it. I get that it's different. But no, I don't know. I've been sworn at by children. I've been bitten. I've had a child wipe feces on me, which is so gross. Oh god, it's so gross. I had a child like kick me. Like, sometimes I get bruises from these kids. But like, honestly, kids are not able to regulate their emotions like 90% of the time. If you've ever actually sat down with a kid who's just ridiculously pissed off, like hitting you or kicking you or screaming at you, like, if you ever get them to like chill for a second and you talk to them, you could pretty much always figure out what is actually bugging them, why they're actually upset. And it's kind of sad their reasons a lot of the time. Just one kid talked about how they were fat and ugly and how they wanted to die. And that's a kid. Like, man, like, that's a little kid. I don't know. I like my job, but it's a tough job. I know a lot of people think that a childcare assistant is a glorified babysitter and that it's not hard work. Like, but are you talking to small children who want to kill themselves? Are you watching like kids as young as 5 wrapping bungee cords around their neck and choking themselves? I like, because how do you react to that? How do you handle a child who is like 5, 6 years old, standing there with a bungee cord wrapped around their neck, like trying to choke themselves, and then asking them what they're doing and getting the most casual responses, "Oh, I'm just choking myself." Yeah, I'm sorry, Dave. This is supposed to be a cute thing stream, but the videos stopped working for me, so I kind of just started chatting. Like, like, obviously, there's going to be some tough things when working with kids. It's been mostly a positive experience. I'm not saying this happens every single day. You're going to have your behavioral kids. You're going to have your children who need a little bit of extra support for basic things like bathrooming and, whatever else. You're going to have the kids that can't communicate with you verbally. You're going to have the kids who are just upset because maybe they haven't seen one of their parents in a really long time, or maybe something happened at home that morning that they're upset about. Our job as childcare assistants is to help them learn how to express their emotions in a healthier way. It would help if the parents helped too, but that doesn't always happen, unfortunately. Uh, so a lot of this actually ends up on childcare assistants, which a lot of people don't really acknowledge. It's kind of frustrating. Yeah, no, Dave, these aren't. No, I'm not going to react to a kid who's already does not have a fantastic. Yeah, Dave. Yeah, these aren't adults. It's little kids, like as young as 6, doing this stuff. It is sad that a kid that young would think that, but I understand why. I did sign an NDA, so I can't go into too much detail about child. I'm trying to keep this as anonymous as possible. The home life is not fantastic. Um, I'm trying to word this right, so I can't get into any legal trouble or trouble at work. Um, okay. I have heard how the parent talks to the child and the child's sibling. Not great. Um, I personally think that it is worse at home because if a parent is willing to talk a certain way to their children in front of uh, strangers or daycare staff, um, it can't be any better at home when there's nobody around. Little bit of medical neglect as well. I don't agree with how things are handled sometimes by parents. And it kind of sucks because, as someone who works in childcare, it's really not my place to disagree with parental choices. And I can't really do or say much. And it's kind of frustrating. Let me give you a definitely hypothetical, not at all real situation. A kid, um, shatters his, like, shoulder area, okay? Right? I'm being as non-specific as possible. Like, it's injured badly, had something thrown at it to cause said injury. Screaming in pain. Complains about it for like an entire weekend. comes back to the daycare after the weekend, and then while playing a sports game, takes a shot at the net in said sports game and is suddenly screaming in pain again. Come to find out, child in this totally hypothetical, not real situation, had been complaining about their shoulder area for entire weekend to parent, and parent's response was to say, "Suck it up." After the second time the child screamed in pain, child comes back again next day in a sling because shoulder area was badly injured. Would that not be medical neglect? Can't say anything to the parent because you can get in trouble as a mere childcare assistant. But let me tell you how pissed I was, because I knew something was wrong. I knew deep down, like just in the pit of my stomach, something was really genuinely wrong, and I do not live with this child, but I knew something was wrong. And I was like, me trying to talk about it was like getting responses like, "Are you sure, child?" in this totally hypothetical, not real situation, was getting responses like, "Are you sure, said child, is not just overreacting?" Like, no, I'm very sure. There's a difference. Okay, you would tell when a kid is overreacting. Trust me, you can. Their cry when they're overreacting to something is significantly different than crying out of just pure pain. Like, the screams gave me nightmares for a little bit. Like, I get wanting your kids to be tough. Do not medically neglect your children. Okay? It's not that fucking hard in Canada, okay, to take your kid to a fucking doctor and just be like, "Hey, just want to get this checked out." And even if it was nothing, even if it was just like a small little, like, sore area, a little bit tender, still better than telling a little kid to suck it up. Still, in totally a hypothetical situation. Not at all real. I'm saying this obviously for NDA purposes. I didn't mention names. I try very hard to remember. I'm not supposed to mention gender. It's tough. It's tough. I just need to rant because, like, how do you approach these situations? Like, I love my job, I do, but sometimes I feel like a little bit powerless, because realistically, like, you would think one should call CPS or CFS in situations like that, but they're no better, really. That's just going to likely fuck up the kid more. And so you gotta think what's in the best interest of the child, but like, it's just so back and forth. Like, is calling CPS really in the best interest of the child, or are you just doing it because you're so pissed off that the parents aren't doing a great job? So, yeah. Though there's some beautiful things about working with children. They give you a lot of drawings. I am going to make an art wall. I have little fairy lights with little clips, and I'm going to just hang up all the art that I have gotten from the children. I have pumpkins. I have dragons. Which is pretty cool. I have more pumpkins. I have a drawing of the human body. There's one kid really loved to draw. I'm very unfortunate that I don't get to see them anymore because COVID. Just one day came up to me. He was like, "Here you go. I drew the human body for you." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." It was so funny. Like, just straight up, like, I drew the human body. I'm like, it didn't look like the human body, but I just went with it. I'm like, "Oh, okay, thanks." Some of them are funny. Some of them will straight up just give you artwork because they don't want to take it home. Here, I made this for you. It's like, no, you didn't. You just don't want to take it home. They're... Kids are so funny. And they can be creepy. Like, there was this one time they were drawing on the whiteboard, and this was like this was a young child, a younger one of the younger ones, and they were drawing something, and I questioned it. I was like, "Oh, like, what are you drawing?" And they're like, "I'm drawing Pyramid Head. He eats children." I'm like, "Bro, what?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Like, why does he eat children?" They're like, "I don't know. He just does. It's Pyramid Head." I'm like, "Okay." Another time, one of the younger children took a fake toy knife and started stabbing the toy baby. So I was like, "Hey, like, what are you doing?" And just he was like, "I'm stabbing the baby." And I was like, "Why are you stabbing the baby?" And they're like, "To kill it." I'm like, "Oh, why do you want to kill the baby?" And they were like, "Because it's doing baby things and it deserves to die." I'm like, man, okay. They there's some times where they put the baby in the oven, and then they took it out and said, "Here, I made you chicken." Like, this is so fucked up, like, if you look at it from an adult point of view. But, like, oh my god. I really miss the kids. They can be a lot at times, but they bring so much joy. And, like, memories. I can tell you also, before our little break started, these two kids were having a conversation about hippies. And it was completely out of the blue. They were just sitting there eating their snack, and one kid said to the other, "Are you a hippie?" And the other kid responded, "What's a hippie?" And the first kid was like, "They're people who run around without their clothes on." My sister used to be is a hippie a lot. The other kid's like, "No, I'm not a hippie." And I am, God, it was so hard not to laugh at this conversation. Like, I had to actually leave the area so I could laugh at that. I don't know. Always on the fence about if I want my own kid or not. But, like, some of the conversations they have, it's just like, it makes you wonder where they hear these things. Like, I don't know. As stubborn as I can be, as intense as I can be, they are absolutely adorable. I'm thinking about becoming an ECE, you know, but it's a very expensive thing to do. Over $5,000, not including books. I can't believe how much fucking books cost for school. They charge a ridiculous amount, which never made any sense to me. Like, why would any reasonable person want to charge someone that much for a book? I think one singular book can cost up to hundreds of dollars. But I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's the right step for me. I've been told I should. That would be a good next step for me. I've been recommended to do that by coworkers. I would make a little bit more money. But I would need to find, because if I'm going to be moving in with AP eventually, hopefully sooner rather than later, I would need a job in my fields because it's what I know. It's what I went to school for. I would need to figure out if my qualifications from Canada are acceptable and usable in the United States. And if I were to become an ECE, I would be doing it in the States rather than here, if possible. If not, because my CCA course, childcare assistant course, was all done online because of COVID. Very unfortunate, very boring. I did learn a lot, but it wasn't as interesting as it would have been to be in classroom. But it was all online. But I feel like with an ECE, it's different because you need to do your practicum and everything. So yeah. But anyways, it's been like an hour-ish, give or take. I'm feeling a little bit run down, still a little bit tired. And I just kind of wanna maybe sleep more. So I'm going to go. I hope everyone has a wonderful